Tension in Aso Rock. NAS as pressure mounts on Tinubu to remove Akpabio as Senate president. Who is mounting pressure on him? Even if they mount pressure on him, I don't think he's going to remove that Akpabio. Northern governors really. And some other stakeholders are pressuring President Bola Tinubu to ensure the removal of Senate President Godswill Akpabio or face their political consequences. We want to threaten him with Akpabio. I don't know. Let's see how that works out. It was also gathered that the suspension of Ningi was hitting the political scene, which has started to get to President Tinubu. Okay. Top sources in the National Assembly told Sahara reporters that the heat generated by the budget padding controversy had gone beyond what was anticipated by Senate President Akpabio. The suspension of Senator Ningi is hitting the Nigerian political scene beyond what Akpabio anticipated. The heat is getting to President Tinubu. President Tinubu is unhappy about what Akpabio and his group did in the National Assembly. Northern governors are pressuring Tinubu to remove Akpabio or face a civil war. A source told Sahara reporter, okay. Senator Ningi, representing Bauchi Central Senatorial District on the platform of PDP, recently alleged that the 2024 budget had been padded up to the tune of 3.7 trillion naira. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? So, but that's why they suspended him. The lawmaker alleged that the Senate leadership padded the budget currently being implemented instead of the one passed by the National Assembly. The allegations generated public outrage, but the lawmaker, however, insisted that the 3.7 trillion naira could not be accounted for in the 2024 budget. Now, so most of the money that they are budgeting, they can't account for it. If you go and ask them now, somebody said they padded money, now they've suspended him. Can you imagine? He alleged that there were two budgets in circulation and that the one currently being implemented was not the one passed by the National Assembly. Can you hear that? Ningi, in a BBC House Service interview, alleged that President Tinubu's government was executing a budget significantly higher than what was passed by the National Assembly. He insisted that the 25 trillion naira budget was debated and passed, not the 28.7 trillion that was being implemented. Even the 25 trillion naira, now tell them to come and account for it. They can't account for it. Talk more of accounting for the 3.7 trillion that they added to it. Now, however, the presidency, through a statement issued by special advisor to the president on information and strategy, Bayo Onanuga, had described Senator Ningi's claim as false before people give to accept. Onanuga insisted that President Tinubu never presented a budget of 25 trillion naira on November 29, 2023, but a budget of 27.5 trillion naira to the joint session of the National Assembly, made up of 9.92 trillion recurrent expenditure, debt service 8.25 trillion, and capital expenditure 8.7 trillion naira. These people they thief. It was reported that the lawmaker representing Cross River North Senatorial District, Senator Agom Jaibe, revealed that some senior senators received 500 million naira each from the budget. Can you hear that? They just share money on top of our head. Be sharing our money. They are less concerned about what is going on in the country as long as they are fine. As long as their children are fine. Imagine one person having 500 million naira budget. As in taking 500 million naira from the budget that is meant for the country. It is well, It is well. David Santos says most adults on this platform, they amaze me. Their reasoning is full of sentiment and tribalism. A lot. You are suffering, yet you choose tribalism. Just look at electricity. What can you say? It's annoying. There's not been light. It's been difficult getting to get your gadget charged. No light. No, we can't buy fuel. What can you say? No problem. Tinubu looting doesn't bother you because of tribalism. When Buhari was there, you criticized him for bad governance. This kind of regime is worse. Yes, you throw away your thinking cap to support evil. Like I don't understand it. The reward of supporting evil is inevitable. For Lucas says, irrespective of how long or how recent, the allegation should be properly investigated. 500 million for their alleged senators in a country where some aren't even sure of 2 meals daily. Do you get? People are suffering. And people are sharing money. 500 million naira each. Kai God. Poverty has been so weaponized that there is jubilation on any palliative. Where are your consciences? No money is spent after death, and mansions are not bought in heaven or hell. Vanity upon vanity, all is vanity. You won't take this money to heaven. Nobody is even saying don't take money, but make sure that your citizens are fine. Why do you think that you need to weaponize poverty? And then you are flexing, your children are flexing. It's not nice. What kind of wickedness is this? James Abu says, how can he remove him? Somebody who is making law that will give him direct re-election by enacting some nonsense strategies in the National Assembly that will make not to monitor the electoral process. Exactly. They can't remove Akpabio for now. They can't remove him. He still says, can bird fly with one wing? Not possible. They both are birds of the same feathers. It is well. Tony Nimbe says, from day one, Akpabio wasn't even experienced for the post, not to talk of being defeated. You get? He was not capable to be, he's not qualified to be there. But they still put him there by force, by fire. Olusegun said, it is the beauty of people that installed him. Azubike said, the executive now in charge of legislature. Gordon says, very old and still story by Phoenix. What do you want to gain from this? It's old and still. Bala Ajia says, people should stop marrying a beautiful face-looking woman and allow her contest a sensitive position in the Senate. That's what I'm saying. Money Senator says, who will he use? Nobody. And won't Senator, and he won't Senator Akpabio and Natasha Akpoti. This asset of Senator will show him Pepe. APC, all people corruption. Godwin Emefiele says, there is no other superfool in the Senate that can replace Akpabio and be grateful to be used as a footmat of the presidency. So, Tinubu won't replace Akpabio because he can't get a replacement. I'm telling you. Stanley CHA0S says, government on a self-destruct. Split 377 says, he's not fighting for the liberty of Christianity and Christians, all there for his personal pockets. Favorite lady says, but wait though, why is who talks truth our face trouble in this government? Let me ask who those called northern leaders, please though. Are they God of Nigeria that only northerners they only want on top of Nigeria fear or more? You see this person they talk. I don't understand. Ojukudemi says every time we move this one or that one, this northern members are threatening Tinubu, but refuse to say nothing to Buhari the retreat. Don't mind them. But Chome says that's where we found ourselves. It is well. God help us. My listeners, don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Thank you for listening. See you some other time. Bye.